Bill, if Patriots go into Buffalo Saturday nights, everyone's making a big deal of the weather because of the last time they played in Buffalo. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I don't think
it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. You sent the article out to the text chain. Josh Allen has bad circulation to his feet, so his toes get cold. And I guess I will say this. There's been a lot of talk about the temperature up in Buffalo out of those Buffalo players, specifically Josh Allen. If they all take Bart Scott's advice and pop a couple Viagras, apparently that's supposed to help. I didn't dive deep into the explanation from Bart Scott on that one. I just thought it's a funny headline. But I'm not too concerned about it. What I am concerned about is if the Patriots play as close to an airtight game as they can, limit the miscues, limit the mistakes, control their game. I think you agree they have a chance to win. I think we all do. But do you agree with me that it's going to be a close? Like the Patriots are not winning this game no matter what, by more than 4 points.
Yeah, I agree. Field goal, 4-point game, something like that. I mean, you've seen over this 1-3 stretch, third year in a row they finished 1-3, by the way. But you've kind of seen it. You know, they need to play a picture perfect game, right? Indy, you blocked the punt, you went down 14-0 early. Buffalo last week against Miami, same thing. Opening drive touchdown, pick 6, went down early. Buffalo, the same thing. I mean, miscues, turnovers, like these are the things, stupid penalties, like those are the things you can't have in this game, because Buffalo, I think on paper, is a more skilled team. They have more talent overall from top to bottom, and that includes you have a quarterback advantage. Say what you want about Josh Allen, but I mean, he played awesome against the Patriots in Gillette 4 weeks ago. So, I mean, that's a huge thing. And like I said, I think the disrespect they felt coming out, you know, I expect Buffalo to be firing, and that's, you know, the motion's got to be in check, the discipline for the Patriots. If they don't play a picture perfect game, they're not going to win. You know, the margin of error is too small for them.
Super small. The margin of error is little to none, and their talent, it just barely matches it on a good day. So yeah, you know, they're certainly you know, playing on a razor here, and obviously if you look ahead, they don't have enough to go 3 games on the road and you know, and have success. But you go up in Buffalo, maybe you can get by one. A division rival team for the third time. I like Belichick in that situation. Let's go over a couple of pros for the Patriots in this game. We ran through some statistics today. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the email, but Rain Man should be popping one under that table there, because I was throwing some numbers at you.
Don't need to just get hard on numbers.
The Patriots run game in the first meeting, you know, infamously had 46 carries, 222 yards, 6 in that big breakaway from Harris, the 64-yard touchdown in the first quarter there. In the second meeting, 27 attempts, 149 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. Both of those are with the Bills absolutely selling out on the defense, which is technically supposed to be the strength of their defense. Yep. You know, their defensive line. The Bills rank 11th in defensive, basically, efficiency. They've given up 12 runs of 20 or more in the regular season. And that's the 9th most overall in the NFL. I look at that, and if the Patriots don't fuck up and get a blocked punt and get down by 14 early, that's the way they want to play. And we saw it in both games. They can get, you know, Josh McDaniels can break one outside. They like that crackback type of running if they're shoving, you know, if they're blocking inside the Bills defense. Is that a strategy for the Patriots if they can keep it close and maintain a 5.5 yards per carry against this Bills defense?
You got to, because that means you're keeping Josh Allen and the Buffalo offense off the field. I mean, you look at Stephon Diggs has owned J.C. Jackson in his Buffalo career. I mean, that's a big disadvantage. The longer you can keep them off the field, the better. I mean, the Patriots have to run the ball. That's been their bread and butter all year. You know, and it starts with the offensive line. Isaiah Wynn hasn't practiced all week. Final injury reports come out. He's still questionable. I don't think he's going to play. You don't see good track record. A guy sitting out all week and not playing. Say what you want about Isaiah Wynn. He hasn't been super awesome this year, but he's been a pretty solid run blocker for this team. And you know, you saw what Owinwa did last week, or did last you said it, dude. You said it. You did.
I know. I've been doing it now all season too. After you started with that fucking Owinwa shit. Owinu.
So now you see Owinu like bouncing out the left tackle. He did not look good against Miami. So I mean, that's something to worry about there, protecting Max blindside. You know, and Isaiah Wynn's had his troubles this year, but he's been a pretty solid left tackle for them since, you know, when healthy. And that's
It feels like they straightened it out after that first month of the season, where, if you remember, Mac was getting absolutely annihilated. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of rumors he's hurt. I think wrist, shoulder, and knee injuries is what they were alluding to this morning. And I mean, he played what, 10 games last year in Alabama, and now he's on 17, going on 18 games. And again, you just alluded to, he got murdered in the regular season.
There was a point, I think it was even before the Colts game, where Max some of his throws were getting airmailed. And I think we touched on the show that maybe he's dealing with something, because his accuracy to start the year, was in the mid 70s, even when they were letting him throw a little bit more, 20 attempts per game. And that hasn't really gone away. He's still pretty accurate, but he's in the low 60s the last month of the season. Obviously better competition in the Jaguars game. He lit it up, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Fucking doughboy. The guy's never seen an ab in his life, and he's getting fucking door rocked.
Well, you see he's airmailing him because he's flat-footed a lot, and he's rushing his throws. And I think there's a lot, because I don't know, he's not afraid to get hit, but those hits have taken a pretty big toll on him this year. And I just think you alluded to, and that was the biggest thing. Can his body survive a rigorous NFL season? And right now, no. I mean, he's played every game.
Well, he's playing, man. I mean, I think that's his biggest attribute, is his toughness. Like, that was probably the last thing people thought about Mac Jones coming out of college is, this kid's tough, but you got to look at him and give him an A+ in that category for this season. The beating that he's took, a lot of it on his own. A rookie is going to take hits because they don't know how to get hit in the NFL, and they can't just, identify blitzes as well at this point in their career. So they're going to take hits, and they're 22. How old's Mac? 23, 24?
23. And don't forget Brady.
So they got a young body.
4 or 5 years. I remember it was
Brady used to get fucking rocked.
03 in Buffalo, the overtime game. He was running up the sideline. I forget, was it Spikes or someone took his fucking head off on the sideline, knocked his helmet off, picks it up, gets right out. They won the game anyways, but still, it's like, dude, the early in his career, he was getting rocked. Yeah. Now he kind of got better as he got older and learned about his body and his pliability.
Oh, God damn it. Go buy a fucking $100 sweatshirt if you want to talk about Brady. Let's stick with some, if people don't know, Brady has released his own fucking athletic apparel brand or whatever. I didn't even look what
the
you
Brady
said.
brand.
Made me mad. It's just brand. T-shirts that say Brady, and you got to spend $100 on them. So
ridiculous.
100% cotton. No, 90% cotton, 10% polyester.
It's not even a logo. It literally Brady. The Brady brand. Fuck out of here.
What a prick. What an absolute prick. I put this under Patriots pros too, because this has been the best part of the defense all season, is their pass defense, even though it hasn't looked like that recently. But if you go back, I mean, the defense has been good outside of the last few weeks. I mean, they have not given up a lot of points this season. And in that 7-game win streak, they were holding teams under 18, 19 points on average. But I think that it starts up front, and we haven't seen the same pressure from certainly Judon, but also Barmore hasn't been the same in the last few weeks. He's hurt, as we know.
Sounds like he's going to play.
What's his practice? I thought that people were saying he looked okay this week.
Yeah, he's questionable, but he returned to practice. I think he practiced 2 out of the 3 days, 2 out of 2 days, and Tuesday they didn't practice. They released a report, and he was questionable on that too, or limited. So he might play.
Yeah, I thought I've been hearing good things out of there, so I expect him to play. But get back to the Patriots' pass defense. If you get pressure on them, that second game, they really laid back on Josh Allen and made him drive the field and expected him to make mistakes. And Josh Allen had one of the best games of his career, even though he shouldn't have. He should have had 2 picks to J.C. Jackson. But I don't expect the Patriots to do that this game. I don't anticipate seeing, a ton of, all-out blitzes, but I expect them to switch up their rushes, get some stunts going, maintain the contain in Josh Allen in the post. But
yeah, you got to contain him in the pocket. That's the biggest thing with Allen.
But I don't expect to see, just 4-man straight rushes or 3-man, rushes and dropping back. They got to get pressure on him. I think that's when he tends to make mistakes, is when he's got a guy in his face. And we saw it. The Patriots defense didn't capitalize on it. And that's also a key. If he throws you the ball in your hands, J.C. Jackson, catch it. And then run.
You can't call yourself Mr. INT if you're dropping balls in your hand. Sorry. You can't.
That's what Irene calls me.
Hey, lame Irene jokes.
Sorry.
Show notes.